The truth is, it can be easy to never start because you're scared, you're afraid you're going to do something wrong, you're afraid you're going to get in trouble. Well, guess what? We're not in grade school anymore. If you are even within the sound of my voice or you've been on my channel, you have seen that my account, I've had my account terminated, turned back on. I've had my account suspended 3 or 4 times, turned back on. Like, there is going to be things that you're going to go through that are required for you to be successful in life. And so this video is just a sweet, loving kick in the pants. It's a little rant just for you to know that you have to actually take action to increase your confidence. And when you take action to increase your confidence, that's how your faith grows. That's how you overcome the darkness of thinking, what if I do something wrong? What if I don't do something right? My name is Jenny 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿. I love you. I've been publishing on Amazon for 3 years. I just crossed 613 books. This channel is dedicated to the journey. I published 945 videos, and I even published a video of the first day I uploaded books. None of those books even made money. But guess how you figure out how to make money online? You take chances of uploading books to learn what sells, what doesn't sell. And you do it again and again and again and again. Somebody recently asked me, can you make money on Amazon KDP without ads? You guys know that my first month on Amazon, I made $18.77 without ads. And then I saw that money and I was like, I'm going to take $15 of that and I'm going to turn it into ads. And then I sold $84. Then I took that 84 and I turned it into 125. Then I took that 125 and I turned it into 500. Then I took that 500 and I turned it into 800. Then that 800 was into 1200. Then after 7 months on Amazon, I had crossed the $1,000 mark because I knew that if I didn't stop, I could not fail. There are going to be things that are going to stop you. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be times where your kids are homesick from school and you're not able to upload books. There's going to be times where there's going to be deaths in the family and you're going to have to travel to go to funerals. There's going to be times where your power goes out, your internet's turned off. There's so many things that we're going to go up against, but we have to make the decision not to stop. We have to make the decision to actually try. Because it is in trying that we gain our confidence. And our confidence is what allows us to actually overcome the trials of having your account shut down or having these things happen. Now, there are plenty of people that have been self-publishing that never had any trouble with their account. And I cheer them on and I think that's great. But don't let your fears tell you what to do, okay? If you don't have the mindset to go and upload a book, you've got to get there. You've got to be able to say, you know what? I'm going to let go of the ego. The other day I was thinking, like, imagine being so embarrassed about failing that you never even try. Imagine being so embarrassed that your book's never going to sell that you never upload the book. You have more growth in actually failing than not trying at all. That is the ultimate poo-poo. Like, no one can do it but you. No one else can do it but you if you want this bad enough. So I want to invite you to like and subscribe this channel because the videos that I share are based off of my own poo-poo. They're based off of my mess. Like, mastery comes from mess and mastery is messy. But that's the only way that I learned what was selling on Amazon. I uploaded 200 books in 1 month. That was before they had a limit. Sorry, everybody, for creating that limit. I know there were people that were being more aggressive than me, and they started making money online. So it is so important that you set the ego aside, you give them a hug, and you say, thank you, you protected me, but now it is time for me to go out into the wilderness and learn how to make food for myself and learn how to make shelter for my family and learn how to create passive income so I have more time freedom to go hiking with my kids or to pay extra on that bill or to pay off my student loans or to look at the groceries without looking at the bill. You can go and buy groceries without seeing how much blueberries are or fresh strawberries, or take your family out to a restaurant because you made your first $1,000 online, okay? I can tell you all the things that I did to do this, but it will never change if you don't take action on yourself, okay? That is the first thing. So the first thing, you have to let go of the ego. You have to be able to say, you know what? Maybe there is a plethora of channels, of YouTube channels I can follow to figure it out. And these are all people that have put in the work and decided that failure was not an answer or not the outcome, but like learning through failure. Okay. There are lots of books that have not made money. I'm always blown away when strangers learn about my channel or they learn that you can upload a book that's line journal or it's a prompted journal or it's a composition notebook. It doesn't require writing a ton. And then they say, well, how much did you have to spend on ads? Or they'll say, oh, well, you didn't even write that. Or, oh, you had to do that many books to do that. Like, love the journey. Fall in love with the journey, because when you fall in love with the journey, nothing will stop you. Nothing can stop you if you've just decided, I love that I suck. One of my favorite movies, Keeping the Faith, with Edward Norton and Ben Stiller. You guys know I love movies. I love that I suck. There's a little Jewish boy that's like learning how to become a man, and his voice is cracking, and Ben Stiller's like, I love that I suck. And he walks out of the office like, I love that I suck. I love that I suck. I love that I suck. Put that in the comments. If you're not going to quit, you cannot lose. I love that I suck. I love that I suck. You're going to love that you suck until you don't suck. Okay? So if you are within the sound of my voice and you haven't uploaded a book and you're following this channel, this is your invitation that you need to do it for 2026. Your future is waiting for you. There's so many things in our life that we have in our mind of like things we want to come to pass, but we have not physically caught up to our visions. Part of that reason is because we're not taking the appropriate action that we need to do so, okay? I had some big income goals and I achieved them in October. I'm blown away. And I'm going to share with some of them with you in a future video. But I'm taking my kids out to a restaurant in town. We've never been as a family of 5 to this restaurant. It's usually reserved for something special. And something special has happened. And I'm doing it for my kids. Because my little inner child is like, no, you're not good enough. You can't do it. We're punching that little voice in the face. Sorry, it's not a toddler. It's this old me that I'm letting go of because I figured out how to make passive income online through publishing low content and medium content books, okay? So my goal for you is to subscribe to this channel and start believing that books are profitable. And the best way to start believing that books are profitable is by publishing books and learning the process and willing to be messy, willing to give yourself grace to learn, willing to come back to the drawing board and say what didn't work, what worked, okay? And when that first sale comes in, even if it's from family and friends, you did it. You started. You're on the journey. You're climbing the mountain together. There's going to be rocks you have to climb over. There's going to be puddles of mud. Like, it is not going to be easy. When I was on the Inca Trail in Peru, the second day was 4.5 hours of stone stairs. There was no one to rescue me. Like, a life flight's like $30,000. I just stay close to the mountain, away from the alpacas, like, or llamas, whichever they are. But just know, like, I'm cheering for you to have the belief that books are profitable because you are willing to be messy, you are willing to figure it out, and you decided not to quit, okay? So if this mindset helps you, drop a yep, drop a I love that I suck in the comments. Drop whatever you're feeling right now to get over the hump of not living the life that you want to live. It literally starts with how are you talking to yourself? Start deciding books are profitable. Write in your journal, I want to make $100 a month from KDP. Write down all the things you're grateful for. I promise you, if you take this action, you will never regret it. I love you. I'm cheering for you. If I didn't care, if this didn't change my life, I wouldn't be able to make these videos relentlessly. But it has changed my life over and over again, every day, every month. As my soccer coach would say, every day, every way, get a little better. See you in the next video.